students. I am back with a new chapter, and the name of the chapter is God is a Chef. In this chapter, we will study about how God has created a wonderful, or you can say an outstanding person. It is a poem written by Del Mulek, and the poet is imagining about a heavenly kitchen in this, where God creates or God mixes different qualities to make an outstanding person like you. The first two stanzas of the poem describe God's kitchen and sees the poet express curiosity at what might be cooked inside. Means what is being cooked inside the heaven's kitchen. Poet is very much curious in first two stanza, and he describes the kitchen, or you can say the heavenly kitchen. The next six stanzas describe a host of virtues that the poet believes God uses to create a person. What are the things or what are the qualities God mixes to make a perfect human being or an outstanding human being, that is being mentioned in next six stanzas. These include, and which are those qualities which are needed to make a wonderful person, that is enthusiasm, cheer, sincerity, curiosity, inspiration, wisdom, and tender care. There is also love, beauty, cherishma, and humor. At the end, the poet turns his gaze at reader and reveals that God creates a wonderful you. Means in the last stanza, the poet says, means he just look at the reader, the person, those who are reading the poem, at them he looks and he reveals a secret, that is what is being created in heaven's kitchen, a wonderful person like you. This is what there in the whole poem. So let us study this poem stanza by stanza. First, I'll read the whole poem for you. Let me start with the first stanza. There is a sign in heaven's kitchen that says, enter at your own risk. Be mindful of the lichen and the low-flying whisk. No idea what they are baking, but following the recipe. This is what they are making. I wonder what it could be. Start with 5 O's of enthusiasm, need, cheer in the dough, then heat some sincerity for the golden glow. Marinate in courtesy, grind some inspiration, paper it over the top with gusto and dedication. Take a pinch of wisdom and a lot of tender care, sprinkle it with love and spread it everywhere. Add a dash of beauty mixed with a warm smile, garnish with humor, keeps us grinding all the while. Put in a spoonful of cherishma, finish with a heart of gold. This is one special recipe baked with virtue extolled. So what has been made? No ordinary strawberry fool, but a delicate dish that makes everyone drool. Taken fresh out of the oven, we find a fluffy fondue, as all these ingredients have created a wonderful you. Del Mulek. Now let me explain all these stanzas one by one. There is a sign in heaven's kitchen that says, enter at your own risk. A signboard is there. The poet is describing that there is a signboard on which it is mentioned that if you want to enter, please enter at your own risk. Be mindful of the lichen and the low-flying whisk. You have to be mindful, means conscious, or you have to be aware of the lichens. Lichens means a plant that grows on rocks, walls and trees. Such kind of plant which grows on others. So that is the meaning over here, that you have to be aware about the other people, those who will be there with you on the earth. And the low flying whisk. Whisk is a kitchen tool which we are using for whisking something. Like if you wanted to make a cream, or if you want to just beat an egg, so we just use whisker. Whisker means a thing which is being used for stirring or making it something fluffy or something smooth batter. No idea what they are baking, but following the recipe. And the poet says that I don't have an idea that what is being cooked or what is being made in the kitchen. This is what they are making. I wonder what it could be. So the poet says that may be possible that I don't know what is there, what they are cooking. I am very much wondering about that, what is being cooked in the heavenly kitchen. Start with 5 O's of enthusiasm. Knead cheer in the dough. Here, the poet says that the making of the recipe starts with adding first enthusiasm. 5 O's means 5 ounce. It is a particular measurement which is being used. Knead cheer in the dough. Knead means massage or squeeze something in the dough. Then heat some sincerity for that golden glow. Then you have to heat it, some sort of a sincerity in that, so that it may show the golden shine on it. Marinate in courtesy. Marinate means soak that particular dish in courtesy. Grind some inspiration, mix some sort of an inspiration in that. Pepper it over the top, hit it over the top with gusto and dedication. Gusto means charm, and dedication, you are all aware about this word dedication. Take a pinch of wisdom, add a lot of tender care. You just take a small pinch of wisdom in that, and then add a lot of tender care. Tender care means extra attention you have to give to that particular dish. Sprinkle it with love. You just sprinkle love on the top of it and spread it everywhere, and spread that love everywhere on the dish. Add a dash of beauty. Some sort of a beauty is also needed to make a perfect human being. Mixed with a warm smile, a little bit of smile is also needed to make it a perfect or wonderful human being. Garnish with humor. Humor means garnish means you have to decorate the dish with humor. Keeps us grinding all the while, and all these qualities will keep us smiling very much all the while. Put in a spoonful of cherishma. You just take a spoon and just add full spoon of cherishma. Cherishma means charm. Finish with the heart of gold, and then complete the dish with the heart of gold by giving a particular human being or a wonderful human being a heart of gold. This is one special recipe, baked with virtue extolled. This is a particular very special recipe which is being baked in heavenly kitchen, and with virtue. Virtue means showing some sort of moral values. Showing some moral values. Extolled means praised highly. When this particular dish or the human beings are very much praised highly with moral values. So what has been made? Now the author is asking a question that what do you think? What is being prepared or what is being made in heaven's kitchen? No ordinary strawberry food. It's not ordinary kind of a sweet dish. Strawberry food means a cold fruit dessert. It is a kind of a dessert. Dessert means a sweet dish that is cold. But a delicate dish, it is the dish which is being prepared or dish which is being made is very much delicate, that makes everyone drool. Here that everyone, drool means want to admire. By when they look at that particular dish, they just everyone wants to admire the dish. Taken fresh out of the oven and as if looking out, when it is being taken out of the oven, it looks so fresh. We find a fluffy fondue. Fluffy means full of sponge, and fondue means it is a swish dish of melted cheese, a dish which is being made with the help of cheese, and the cheese is being melted. As all these ingredients, which ingredients? Enthusiasm, cherishma, then we have sincerity, we have tender care, we have inspiration, courtesy, virtue, and all these qualities together make or have created a wonderful you. A wonderful you in the sense, a wonderful personality. Or here I have completed the explanation, and once again I'd like to give you the short summary that what is there here in this poem. God is being compared to a good chef, and he has created a wonderful person like you by adding some ingredients or qualities, you can say, like enthusiasm, courtesy, inspiration, dedication, tender care, virtue, and so on. So this is what there in the poem. Hope you have understood the poem, and please try to read the poem first and then try to solve the back exercises which are given in that. They are very much easy. In the first exercise you have take the correct option. You'll be able to solve that, I think so. Question and answers will be provided to you. And one more thing, that there were many messages for me that whether you have to write the word meanings in copy or not. So please don't write, students, please don't write word meanings in your copy. Only question and answers and read these lines you have to write in copy. And then next exercise we have related to the literary device, that is alliterative words. Words are those words which have the starting letter same with the adjacent words in the same sentence. Like for example, you have, we sat around the campfire and chomped on the charred cherry. In this we have 4 words starting with letter C, like campfire, chomped, charred, and cherries. So these kinds of words are called as alliterative words. So same letter words which in the starting, when they have the same letter, those words you have to underline in that. That is alliterative. Why these kinds of alliterative words are being used? To make the particular poem more rhymed, or you can say more attractive. That is the reason behind using some literary devices. I hope you have understood the whole poem, and there is nothing else in the whole chapter. So please do write question and answers in your copies. Thank you so much. Goodbye, and see you for the next chapter. And the next chapter name is The Postmaster. That is the most interesting chapter in this whole book. Thank you. Bye-bye.